Alright, in this video we will completely disassemble the SSP28. Before we get started, it's gonna be multiple videos. First, I'm gonna disassemble the whole slide. Then I'm gonna completely disassemble the frame or lower part of the pistol. And we will also specifically look at the trigger box that is on the inside, because that one is the most complicated. So we will have 3 total disassemblies and 3 assemblies. Now let's get started with the first part, and that is the top or the slide. We will take the correct size Allen key and we will remove 4 screws total. Now this will just fall off, and there is one more part that we can just shake out like this. That is the hop-up pressure plate, and one more screw from this side. There we go. And now we can proceed with sliding this part forward and away. Now we will unhook the springs, just like so, and we can slide this backwards. All right, now we can also remove this, the thread protector, and that's it for this part. This is already, I would consider this part of the lower, because it is fixed to the lower part, which is good for accuracy. Now we will proceed with this one. This part you will find in the other video. All right. We have 2 more screws down here. We will remove them in no particular order. This one is holding the rear sight. Now we need a slightly bigger Allen key, and we will remove the next screw that is holding the back plate. And now we can wiggle it out, slightly catching still on the screw. So we help it a little bit more. And now we remove the bracket that is holding the internal parts. And what we can do now is to remove the selector switch. Now be careful, there is a pin that is spring-loaded. That one does the clicky part, so we don't want to lose it. Now there is a cutout on the inside. If you look closely, you will be able to see it. You just turn it a little bit more, higher than the semi-only position, and now you will be able to push it out. Be careful, cover it with your fingers so you don't lose the pin. I will show you, and here it is. Here we have the pin right there. We can wiggle it out so you can see it, and there is the spring on the inside as well. I'm gonna put the spring back because I don't want to lose it. Stays there pretty securely because there is some lubrication and it kind of sticks to it. No need to remove that one. Now this part, spring is captured, so we will just set it aside. Now we can slide it forward, which will release the springs. And now we have 2 more springs under the blowback unit, or inside of the blowback unit. One long, one short. Now we can remove the nozzle just like so, and here we have an Allen key screw that we can loosen, which will give us the screw with a washer. And now we can remove the seal just like that. There is the metal smaller one first, and this cup seal is actually 2 pieces, the actual cup seal and a spacer. Let's just leave it like this for the assembly process. Blowback unit is completely empty. There is nothing more we can remove from this part. Now, if we want to go even deeper, we can take a look inside of the nozzle. So let's do that real quick. For that, I'm gonna need a Phillips head. Here is a screw. So let's remove that screw. And now we will be able to fish out all the individual parts and a spring All right, there we go. Just gonna try to keep them together and nothing more inside of this one. Last but not least, I always tend to forget that there is still this iron side, front side, which we can also remove with this Phillips head screw, and now we can wiggle it out. That's it, the disassembly of the top part of the SSP28, and we will put it back together in the next video.